Hey guys, what's up? It's Steve. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can reverse sear a steak on the new REC TEC Bullseye. So kind of the main reason I wanted to demonstrate this method is that this new Bullseye has what they call a low mode, and then they have a Riot mode. And so I'm going to put it on low mode and bring the temperature of the steak up very, very slowly. And then we're going to crank it up to Riot mode just for a quick sear. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so a buddy of mine from work just slaughtered one of his cows and hooked me up with 4 of these massive New York strips. I did 2 of them the other day and they came out phenomenal, so I wanted to do the other 2 for this video. So big shout out to Tom from work for the hookup. So all I ever do with steaks like this is I just take some kosher salt and we're just gonna give all 4 sides just a nice little coating, nothing too crazy. Pat it in a little bit, flip them. And the idea here is we're gonna let these rest at least an hour. These things are so thick, probably more like an hour and a half. And these are just gonna help season steaks, tenderize them. It's gonna pull that moisture out of the center of the steak to the salt on top, and then it'll get pulled back down into the meat. So that's the first step. We'll pick back up in just a little bit. All right, so it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I wanted to correct myself earlier when I said we were just gonna let these rest. What I meant to say was that you want these to sit out at room temperature after you salt them down. And you can Google to get more science on exactly what that's doing, but essentially bringing the steaks up to as close to room temp as possible just kind of helps with more even cooking during the cook. So all I'm gonna do now, I'm about ready to get these on the grill, is just give them a little crushed black pepper. And I'm gonna wash my hands so I can hit the other side once I flip these, and we'll pick back up outside at the grill. All right guys, so I have my ThermoWorks Signal pit probe hooked up on the Bullseye here, and I wanted to show you this because I'm assuming you guys are gonna have some questions. I actually have some questions myself that I need to find out from REC TEC, but literally just a few minutes ago I had it in low mode for about 10 minutes and it got as low as 200 degrees. Now it's about 90 degrees and incredibly humid here in Florida today, so the ambient temp is obviously gonna have a little bit to do with you know, how low this cooker can get in low mode. But it was at 200 degrees and then the fan kind of kicked back on again, and it's been running for a few minutes now, and it got up to almost 217 degrees, and then it's dropped back down to 210 as you can see here. So I'll have to chat with them, figure out exactly how the algorithm is supposed to work in low mode and why it didn't just kind of stay down around 200. The fan was just kind of going on and off at that point, but it's been kind of running non-stop. So regardless, this is a you know, pretty nice low temp. I'd prefer to be more around 200 degrees, maybe even a little bit under that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these steaks on because I need to get going with this indirect portion of the cook. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put our strips on the grill. I'm gonna keep this pit probe on here so I can just monitor this low mode throughout this cook. Do kind of like that, just kind of spread them apart a little bit. I am going to put one of these ThermoWorks probes in this one as well, and I'm going to be monitoring it from inside, and once it gets to about 120 degrees is when I'm going to pull these off. All right guys, it has been about 35 minutes and the steaks are right around about 110. So I'm going to pull these closer to 120, maybe 115. I like them to be nice and mid-rare, so after that high heat sear we're going to do. The Bullseye in low mode ended up kind of averaging out around 220. I did chat with REC TEC while these were cooking, and they said that you can adjust the feed rate on the grill, so that might be something I play around with. Generally I'm not too concerned. It dropped down to 200 like I said. At one point it got up to about like 235, but then drop right back down and really kind of hovered around 215, 220. Again, if you're in direct sunlight, I kind of am, not too much. And then your ambient temps also. So just want to give you some info there. I'm going to pull these soon and then crank it up into Riot mode, and then we'll do a quick sear. All right, so we've been in Riot mode just for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once you put it in this mode on this new Bullseye, it gets incredibly hot, very, very fast. All we're going to do is about a 30 to 45 second sear per side. And we'll give them a flip. Get the lid shut, give them a flip here shortly. It's been almost a minute. Whew, that is screaming hot. And another 45 seconds. And that was another 45 seconds. So these guys are done. You can see that gorgeous, gorgeous color on them. I'm gonna go ahead and get these pulled. Woo, it's gorgeous. We're gonna let these rest. We'll pick back up in the kitchen. All right, so these have been resting here in the kitchen for about 6-7 minutes. Let me slide this one out of the way. You can see the gorgeous color on these. I love cooking steaks on pellet grills because when you do this reverse sear method, you just get that nice subtle smoke flavor, and then you hit it with that high heat on the end. And so let's just go ahead and check this out. You can just see how gorgeous that is. Nice little mid-rare. Man, you just can't beat that. You can see how incredibly juicy these things are. So quick and easy. Let's go ahead and see how these guys taste. All right, it is go time. Now, you know, one of the things I like to do is cook a steak sous vide first and then hit it in a cast iron or in a hot grill. But the great thing about doing the whole cook on the pellet grill is just that you get this amazing, subtle, just kind of smoke flavor to it. Woo! Oh my gosh, guys, that is so, so good. If you have a pellet grill, definitely try this method and let me know what you think. All right, guys, so thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions, just continue letting me know in the comments about this grill. If there's anything else that you want me to try to showcase, certainly let me know. I'll do my best to do that for you. If you like the content, do me a favor, hit subscribe, and I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you again soon.